In the future, a massive nuclear war devastated human civilization. After humans disappeared, the war machines continued to carry out the final orders left by humanity. Now, 10 years have passed since the final battle broke out. The AI informed the pilot there were 70 kilometers left to reach the destination. However, by this time, the pilot in the cockpit had become a skeleton. Suddenly, the radar showed an unidentified aircraft approaching. After receiving no response from the pilot, the bomber automatically entered defensive mode. A barrage of bullets rained down on the enemy plane, whose pilot had also turned into a skeleton. Under the relentless suppressive fire, the enemy aircraft was quickly destroyed by rounds of gunfire. The battle came to an end. The bomber had now reached the airspace above the target area. 4 bombs were primed and ready, yet the enemy's air defense system did not respond. The 4 heavy bombs were released one by one, splitting into countless smaller bombs in the air. The city, already in ruins, once again faced a new round of devastation. The AI indicated the 3460th bombing mission was successful. Next, it would return to base to replenish ammunition and continue the bombing. On the rubble-strewn ground, a small blade of grass poked its head out, signifying life's tenacity in the face of annihilation. 20 years after the war ended, although humanity had perished, the war raged on. In the battered underground fortress, the base commander had long since turned into a skeleton. The AI continued its mission. Due to the prolonged absence of human orders, it had switched to automatic mode. The machine platform began loading shells into the bomber. One by one, the shells slowly entered the launch compartment. It was still the same pilot, now reduced to bones. Suddenly, the system alerted that shell loading had failed. The entrance was sealed due to damage to the reactor interface. The AI reacted immediately, channeling all the base's power to energize the bomber. The base gates gradually opened. The bomber's condition had severely deteriorated. The propellers, worn with age, laboriously started up before the plane slowly took off from the runway. Arriving above the city, the bomber's engines malfunctioned, billowing thick smoke. At the same time, a flock of egrets flew beneath the bomber. The bomber resembled a dying old man, in stark contrast to these living creatures, foreshadowing its impending demise. The AI began issuing commands to the pilot, prompting manual operation. However, a lifeless skeleton could not make decisions. With the bomber on the verge of crashing, the system activated the emergency escape pod, ejecting the pilot. The AI sent one final flight mission report to the base, then initiated the self-destruct sequence. The bomber, trailing thick smoke, slowly plummeted, creating huge splashes as it hit the sea surface before sinking to the ocean floor. As the tide receded, it washed over 2 tightly embracing skeletons on the beach. A small tree by the seaside was growing strong. Bright red leaves drifted in the wind. A silent war had ended, ushering in nature's revival. Surviving creatures emerged one after another. 2 egrets danced atop a gun turret. They would herald a new era without human civilization.